Man of Steel has some pretty big shoes to fill. Did they succeed? Let's see. Man of Steel, or Superman for anyone who wants to be politically correct. Man of Steel is a reboot of the Superman franchise and the first film of the supposed DC cinematic universe. For those of you who doesn't understand filmography terms, it's the first film leading up to the supposed Justice League movie. I saw this movie days after its release date, and after hearing some surprisingly low reviews on the movie, I went to go see it so I could be the judge of it. Now, before I get into that, let me just say I was never really a big fan of Superman. Yes, I'm down. However, one of my favorite graphic novels is The Death of Superman. It's one of my favorite graphic novels of all time. And I'll be completely honest, I never saw any of the old Superman movies, nor will I ever watch it. Yes, I know. See, here's the thing. I'm not really a fan of Superman. I just never really got into him. But my reason for not watching the old Superman movies is just... I'm sorry, y'all. It's just, they're so campy, corny, and dated. I'm sorry. Even the good ones, I'm sorry. I could never really watch them. I'm sorry. And yes, even Superman Returns, even though I heard that movie wasn't exactly the sharpest spoon in the shed. But with Christopher Nolan, who brought us the recent Batman movies, and Zack Snyder, come on now, have you seen Dawn of the Dead? Have you seen 300? Have you seen Watchmen? Have you seen Sucker Punch? Never mind. Bottom line is, between those two, what could go wrong? So with Man of Steel, this movie is basically the origin story of Superman, and to tell you the truth, I actually enjoyed this movie more than I expected. This movie was everything I wanted the Amazing Spider-Man to be. In fact, I say with Man of Steel, Zack Snyder did what Sam Raimi did with the original Spider-Man movies. He comes in as an interesting choice and shows everyone how it's done. One of my favorite parts in that movie was the whole Krypton segment in the beginning. That sequence was done very beautifully and the visuals are really good. Then we cut to young Clark Kent, or Kal-El as everyone calls him in the movie. He lands on Earth and we cut to him as an adult. Throughout the first act of the movie, we get flashbacks of him as a kid, which I loved, but it kind of took me out of the movie a bit because I kept going back and forth. I prefer if they just did the Krypton segment, then Clark Kent as a kid, and then cut to him as an adult. Because it just felt like they were just trying to follow the same structure they did in Batman Begins. The second act was all about him coming into terms with who he is, and it kind of felt a little slow, and that was pretty much everyone's problem with the film. Me personally, I liked it because this is the origin story. Save all the extra action and stuff for the next movie. But at the same time, I understand, you know. And don't worry, they make up for it in the last act of the movie. Trust me, it's just straight wall-to-wall action. As for the cast, Henry Cavill, or Cavill, however you pronounce it, he kills it as Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman. Amy Adams kills it as Lois Lane. Rosa Cole surprisingly kills it as Jor-El. Kevin Costner and Diane Lane knocks it out the park as Clark Kent's parents. And Michael Shannon as General Zod was great. In fact, General Zod, he is the villain of the summer, like Bane was last summer. Other than that, great film. Now I want to see where they'll take this universe in the sequel and how they'll handle Superman in the Justice League movie. Yes, this movie has flaws, but it still doesn't change the fact that I'm going to give Man of Steel an A+ for full price. That's it for today. If you like what you see and you want to see more, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my other channel. The links are in the description below. And be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. Peace.